This is Ron Clymer at Clymer School of Real Estate in Orlando, Florida. I said Orlando, Florida. I'm actually up just south of Asheville, North Carolina today in a log cabin up here. We're on vacation, but I just got the urge to make this video, and I want to talk to you about why you should get into real estate. You know, I'm amazed. I've spent more time talking on the phone this week than I normally do. But I think the number one reason that people get into real estate is money. They want to make more money than they're making now. And you might be wondering, could I make more money than I'm making now? And by the way, I have that. People ask me that question all the time. Well, the first thing I have to ask them is, how much money are you making now? And you know, if you're making $350,000 a year as some kind of big shot executive, chances are you better stay where you are. But let's say you're making $20 an hour. You're making $20 an hour, you're working 40 hours a week. Well, that's $800 a month. A week. Well, $800 a week, you work 50 weeks a year, that's $40,000. Well, let's say you're making $40 an hour, twice as much money. You're making $40 an hour, working 40 hours a week. Well, that's $1,600 a week. Well, that's $80,000 a year. What would you have to do to make $80,000 a year selling real estate? And here's the answer. In Orlando, Florida, where I'm familiar with, an average commission is about $2,000. It's about $2,000. So to make $80,000, you got to do 40 transactions a year. Well, divided by 12, that's about 4 transactions a month. Well, the truth is, if you're doing 3 or 4 transactions a month, anywhere I've ever worked, that's certainly no prize winner. You're doing pretty good. You're not the worst guy in the office, but you certainly aren't winning the prize. There's plenty of people doing 10, 12, 15 transactions a month. And so if you're doing 3 or 4, making $80,000 a year, that's not an impossible goal in real estate. But I don't know that money is the number one reason people get into real estate. I think another reason people get into real estate, and to me this is more important, is to control their own time. You know, I've been in real estate as long as I've been an adult, and I can hardly remember somebody telling me you have to come to work at 9 and you can't leave work till 5, and you know, it just doesn't happen that way in real estate. In real estate, you come to work when you want to and you leave when you want to. Well, obviously, if you come to work at 9 and leave at 2, you're probably going to be in that lower income category. But if you get out and work 40 hours a week in real estate, if you put the same effort you put into that $20 an hour job you've got now, there is not a chance in the world you won't make more money. You will certainly make more money. By the way, what if you got into real estate and you worked 70 hours a week and put the same amount of effort? You'd be making tons of money. But a lot of people, the time is what gets them into real estate. You can go on vacation when you like. You know, let's say you like to ski in Vail in January. Well, your boss doesn't want you going on vacation in January. In real estate, you don't have to ask anybody. You just say, boss, I'm going skiing the 3rd week in January. I'll see you next week. That's all there is to it. So, now another thing about real estate, and I don't think people get into real estate for this reason, but if you get into real estate, you are going to become a better person. You're going to start reading material about how to have a better attitude. You're just going to be attracted to seminars on how to do that. You're going to learn to deal with people better. You're going to, like I say, have a better attitude. Now, by the way, in today's real estate, you're going to understand technology, because real estate, the technology of real estate is changing extremely rapidly. It's necessary that you keep up with that. But those are just a few reasons: time, money, better attitude. That's why people go into real estate. I cannot tell you what a wonderful career I think selling real estate is. I sold real estate for 24 years out on the street every day. It's a great way to make a really good living in Central Florida. By the way, let me tell you how to get started. I'm obviously Ron Clymer at Clymer School of Real Estate. That's our phone number. You can call Kathy at 407-822-3926. I've got another video here on YouTube called The 5 Steps of Getting into Real Estate that tells you exactly what it costs and all that sort of stuff. And I would urge you to go check that out. It's the 5 steps to getting into real estate, getting a real estate license. You have to have a license in Florida to sell real estate. By the way, I would be remiss if I talked about getting into real estate in Central Florida and didn't mention selling timeshares. Because Central Florida, Orlando, Florida, is the timeshare capital of the entire world. There is more timeshares in Orlando than anywhere else literally on the planet. And there's more opportunity to sell. Now, by the way, they do tell you what time to go to work. Everybody in timeshare goes to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't quite know why that's true, but it is. And they're usually through about 2:15 in the afternoon. And there are tons of people in Orlando making $100,000, $150,000 a year selling timeshare. It's just a basic premise, and the secret to success in timeshare is go to work with a good resort, and there's plenty of them in Orlando, and just do what they tell you to do. Most of them have training programs, and they say, here's what you need to do to sell timeshares. You go to work, you sell the timeshares, you go home, end of the story. And so, like I say, selling timeshares, and there's plenty of people making a really good living selling timeshares in Central Florida, and about 40% of our students are timeshare people. And there's plenty of people that have been working at the same resort for 6, 7, 8, 10 years. They're not staying there 10 years if it's not a good place to work and they're not making good money. But anyway, give Kathy a call at 407-822-3926. You cannot find a better way to make a living than selling real estate. Thanks.